Crayons Count got started because I wrote a book, a children's book, and my publisher at the time said to me, well, you have to change this part because kids in Jamaica don't have crayons. And I said, what do you mean they don't have crayons? That's crazy. Like, what is a 4-year-old doing running out of crayons? That's madness. And then she started to explain to me that there are a lot of things that the schools don't have. It's not just crayons, but they don't have a lot of what are basic developmental tools for the children at the early childhood age group. So things like Play-Doh and blocks. And so I said, well, this is madness. I mean, these are like simple things. It seems to me something that can be solved. It's a pack of crayons. So I talked to the Early Childhood Commission, and they came up with a list of things that they needed. When we started off with 2 very important anchors. So immediately the Gleaner came on board, and that was very, very important because the campaign has 2 arms to it. One is to increase awareness of the importance of early childhood education and good early childhood practices. So there was a series of articles I did in the Gleaner. I was on the radio. We have the Saturday page, which is carried mostly by the Gleaner, but it's also sponsored by National. And that Saturday page has the curriculum, but it also has tips for teachers and parents. The other arm of the campaign is providing recommended learning tools. And in the first year, we told people what they were, and we invited people to participate and so forth. The bulk of that has been carried by National for the 2 years. When I spoke to Butch Hendrickson and said, I want everybody in Jamaica to understand that early childhood is really, really important, he calls me at 5 o'clock in the morning and says, I know how we're going to do that. And I said, huh? He says, I'm going to put it on the bread. I said, you're going to do what? He says, I'm going to put it on the bread. And I was like, thinking like he's going to bake it into bread. Like, this is 5 o'clock in the morning, okay? And I'm like, I don't know how you're going to do that. He goes, watch me. And in 2 weeks, that band, there was never a band on National Bread before, you know. There's actually never been a band on any bread in Jamaica. And that was the first one that went. And you can go anywhere in any community in Jamaica, and you will see that Crayons Count band on the bread that tells you learning tools for basic schools and a URL that people can go and see more information. I'm absolutely overwhelmed. I mean, I read these awards every year, and they're like some really amazing people. I don't know that I'm really like on that level, but to me, I can tell you the first thing that I said is that I'm so glad for the big up for the kids, you know, because it's the kids. Everybody's doing this for the kids, right? I mean, I know I may have been the person being awarded, but this couldn't happen without the support of National, without the support of the Gleaner, without the support of individuals, of our volunteers, of everybody who make an effort to make this happen for the children. So I was like, well, great, the Gleaner is going to, give the kids an award. This is fantastic.